Yeah, hey, just a brief commentary because it looked like it's about to start raining out here. But just a heads up for everyone. You guys have heard me kind of speak on my little new lessons on this truck driving gig that I got. But you guys have heard me say this many times before that you never pull forward when you're parking these trucks. Check this out. I'm parked just off to the right. This guy's been parked here. He's been here. I think he was here this morning. So you see it when you see this. It's not even a lot of trucks. That's why this is just so crazy. But this guy is parked and he's by himself. And look at what happened. So that's my truck to the right. This truck now. So if I don't even know if I can zoom. Oh yeah, okay. So picture this. You got all these spaces. Space right there. I'm glad he didn't get by me. Space all over there. All of this is space. And this guy decides to come in. So here's what he did. He came in this way. Okay, so perfect. See how this truck is coming in? So now all this truck got to do is pull forward and back in. For whatever reason, this gentleman decided to pull forward but turn left, and he didn't judge it right. But as you can see, no clearance. He got his front end past him, and then I guess he just decided to no longer look in his mirrors. And this dude just cooked. Okay, put it like this: it's messed up for the guy that was parked, but I don't believe he'll get any kind of at fault. But it's sad for this guy, so I pray for this guy because his career, his truck driving career is over. This right here, he knows it. That's him back there. So he's probably looking for another job right now. It's sad, but he won't be driving any more big rigs because with these licenses, y'all, these Class A licenses, they consider us professional drivers. You cannot show up to another trucker company saying, "Yeah, I have an accident on my record," and this is it. You hit a parked vehicle. So it always amazes me how I see these drivers coming in and they want to pull forward. And I'm not standing here talking like I'm the most experienced driver, but we were always taught, yeah, we understand they don't want us backing up. Like, they told us, if you don't have to back up, don't. But in a situation like this with all these empty spaces, and I mean, I don't understand. You didn't have to pull right here. If you want to pull forward, you could have pulled forward over there. You could have pulled forward right here. But he made a decision to pull right next to a parked truck, and it's one of those things where you say, yeah, it's a bad decision. So this sucks, but again, this is a good learning lesson too. If you guys ever decide to mess with this, check it out. Work on your backing skills. But when you pull in, especially at a truck stop, for one, it's already challenging enough to back in, and you're thinking pulling forward, you're not going to hit anything, but your distances are all different when you're dealing with pulling forward versus backing up. At least backing up, for one, you're doing the right thing, and for another, it's a ton of people out here that all of us will get out and help you if you're trying to back in. We try not to blindside back, but sometimes you don't have no choice. You do have to blindside back, and a lot of times the truckers will get out, and help you blindside back in where you lose visual on your driver's side. But if you can, anytime you're backing up, you always on the strong side back in. I know I'm saying that wrong, but you're backing in where you're turning into you're back into a position that you can see from your driver's side. So this is just unfortunate right here, but again, it didn't have to happen because all of this space has been available. I've been here all day, and my truck is sitting right there. That guy, yeah, he just showed up, but for whatever reason, this gentleman decided to pull forward, and he just got way, that's just really unfortunate. So, learning point right there. If you're gonna park, you want to back in. You don't want to pull forward to park. It's always dangerous. And even though we know backing up is a dangerous thing to do, but backing up when you're parking, that's highly recommended. You don't have to rush. You take your time getting into your spot. And like I said, a lot of times the truckers out here, they will help. So this is just pretty unfortunate. And I really feel for this guy right here. That sucks because now, yeah, that's I don't know if there's any damage on that driver's side, who knows? But if it pushed that fender into that tire, now this guy and his load, because if I'm not mistaken, he's got a load on his truck. So if you see that behind him, yeah, he has a load. So now that load is going to be late. So it's it's a loss of time, loss of hours. Neither one of them going to be driving. The guy who did that, he's out of a job more than likely, and this guy's load is going to be late. And now what's the trip is, so he may not get any kind of at fault with this accident, but then guess what happens? He probably takes a hit on the load getting there. So there, because his truck was in an accident, they're gonna count it against him for not delivering a load on time. It's a cold world. Yeah. So just something I thought I'd take advantage of and show. Good learning opportunity. You know, see, like, let's see if I can show you this. See this guy way over there? See how he's backing in? It's not an easy thing to do, but it's safer than pulling it forward and tearing up somebody's truck and yours and losing your job. See, he had a lot of space though, but this guy had a lot of space too, so there's really no excuse. I mean, boy, if I could, one of these days I'm gonna see if it's possible to show you some of the spots that I've had to get these big old tractor and trailer into, and I'll park that bad boy and get out, and I'll just shake my head like, how in the world did I get that truck in there? But you got to take your time. There's no need to rush. You know, so it's just one of those things. You don't need to rush. You want to do your best in a decision that you make when you are driving these, it has to be the right decision, because that's a prime example of that was a bad decision. You know, so the choices have to be they have to be 100%. You know, that was the first thing that I noticed when I got my license, is that they said, you know what, you are now considered a professional driver. Who knew that the little course I took and the tests I took and the reward for that was going to be that title? But being that we are held at such a higher standard, you know, we can't afford to get a ticket. We can't afford to get a violation. We can't afford to do stuff like that. You know, I don't know the severity. I don't know this dude's background. I don't know his history. But just from my own company information, stuff that happens like that, it's hard to get a job. It's hard. It's like, oh, you got an accident? No. And depending upon, I mean, if they find that dude at fault, his company, what if his company's like, oh yeah, you know, you too much of a risk, which that's probably what they're going to do. So he's out of here. So now what that man going to do next? And situations like that, do you know that I was told that's right there on the spot? So he was probably on the phone with his dispatch or whoever he talking to on the weekend, because we already, that's why I'm here, because of my dispatch. Didn't get nothing dispatched Friday, so I had to sit for a while, which was fine with me. I had to reset my hours anyway. But accidents, these companies will tell you, get your stuff, leave the truck where it's at, and thank you, but no thanks. You are relieved of your duty. So hey, what's wrong with this camera? There we go. So I have heard it said that in a situation like that, and I think it depends on the severity of it, they let you go right there on the spot. So maybe this dude calling for a ride, or who knows, I don't know. But I'm gonna go in here and take care of a little bit of business, and we'll see what's going on, because the police showed up on scene, so that can't be good. So they gonna have a little report and all that. So we'll see. And you know, if they still out there, I'll come back on and show y'all the aftermath. All right, peace.